Good evening and welcome to the Victoria and Esquimalt Police Board public meeting of July 21st, 2026. I'm going to call the meeting to order right now at 5:15 p.m. I'm going to apologize to any members of the public who have been left waiting as we got our meeting started late. We're having a very busy day and running a bit late through various meetings at this time. So I'm going to start by turning it over to my colleague Charlene Law to provide our territorial acknowledgement.
Thanks, Michaela. We respectfully acknowledge that we are on the unceded territory of the Lekwungen peoples, including the Songhees and Esquimalt nations. We express our gratitude to be living and working on this land.
Thank you very much, Charlene. Now I'm just going to look around the room for any declarations of conflict of interest. Seeing none, I will move on to seek a motion for adoption of the public agenda of July 21st, 2026. Nathaniel, seconded by Charlene. Any additions, changes to the agenda? Seeing none, all those in favor? Great, thank you. Motion carries. And I'm going to look for a motion to approve the public minutes of June 16th, 2026. Paul?
So moved.
Seconded by Andrea. All those in favor? Great, thank you. Motion carries. Okay, now I'm just going to give a quick board chair update. If I stutter, I will just let you know that my notes are almost illegible. So I'm just going to read them to you. I'd like to start by giving a warm welcome to Vic PD's new Deputy Chief, Natalie Hiltz. I had the very wonderful pleasure of attending and speaking at her swearing-in ceremony today. It's a historic day at Vic PD to have Natalie here. She's a wonderful addition to our team and the first female deputy police chief of Victoria, which is something that we're very excited about. And I just want to, really welcome Natalie to a wonderful team of amazing senior leadership team and a board that's really supporting you and just welcome here to Vic PD. Just for anybody in the public who hasn't had a chance to read Natalie's full bio, I won't read it, but I'll just say that she has 3 decades of policing experience, including senior leadership with Greater Sudbury Police Service, along with a distinguished career with Peel Regional Police, and we are extremely lucky to have her here at Vic PD. So welcome, Natalie. I just want to take a quick moment to indicate that I have had so much excitement about Vic PD over the past few months. I've been away on holiday for a month, but following along with all my many emails and all of the wonderful social media engagement, I want to give a shout out to Director Parton and the community engagement team for all of the work that's gone to sharing the stories of all of the wonderful things that Vic PD staff and members are doing. Some of the parades and community events have just looked really amazing, and that's in addition to all the hard and difficult day-to-day work that everyone's been doing. But I really appreciated having that been showcased. As I mentioned, I haven't been in town for the last month, so I haven't attended very many community events, but I did have an opportunity to travel with the chief to West Vancouver for the change of command ceremony between Deputy Chief John Lowe and incoming new chief Tom Wolf von Gutenberg. It was really a special day to be there and to mark that occasion and to celebrate with other provincial policing partners. I'm just going to give a quick update on BCAPB, which is the British Columbia Association of Police Boards, of which I'm the president. We've wrapped up our conference. It's my pleasure to say that we've made a profit at our conference, which is really remarkable for a small, totally volunteer-based organization that has no funding at all. So everybody who worked really hard on that should feel great. We're well into planning for 2027. We have a great location and a great host, which I'm not allowed to announce yet tonight, but I think everybody will really look forward to that. At the BCAPB conference, we adopted 7 resolutions that came forward to our board that came from various municipal police agencies and were vetted through our resolutions committee and then adopted at the AGM. So we'll spend the year advocating for those resolutions, and that's an opportunity for boards to bring forward issues of importance throughout the province. And we'll bring those to a meeting with Minister Nina Krieger on August 4th, where we'll have an opportunity to highlight some of the unique challenges and opportunities for police boards in the province. And the last BCAPB update is that we'll host our next meeting at ECOM on the Lower Mainland, where our BCAPB board will gather there for a tour and a question and answer period and be able to build a better understanding of what the on-the-ground work of e-com looks like. That's something our board has been working on for the last year, is building that relationship. And as we all know, it's one of our significant cost drivers for budgets of municipal policing. So we're looking forward to having an opportunity to get to know them. And last year through BCAPB, I participated in a number of consultations with the province, including on policing uniform standards and on appropriate non-police investigative authorities. So that is my main update for the month, and I will just leave it by saying it is a pleasure to be the chair of the Victoria and Esquimalt Police Board. My button off. And now I will go on to committee updates. Our finance chair, Elizabeth Call, was unable to call in today. So we just have an administrative motion. Is anybody else happy to put that motion on the floor? Okay.
So that the Finance Committee recommend that the board receive the Q2 financial report as presented.
Great. Do I have a seconder for that? Nathaniel, any questions on the report or the motion at this time? Seeing none. All those in favor? Great. Motion carries. Now I will pass it over to Chief Constable Wilson.
Thank you, Chair Hayes. Good evening to yourself and to members of the board and to members of the public. This reporting period reflected the full breadth of work that's been underway across Vic PD, from member-led crime reduction and professional development to recruitment, modernization, and sustained engagement across our communities. And to start with, I would like to echo Chair Hayes' comments and welcome Deputy Chief, our new Deputy Chief to the Vic PD. We are so excited, Natalie, to have you here and are really, really looking forward to you and your family being part of the Vic PD family, so welcome. I'm really pleased to share that Vic PD received conditional approval for provincial funding under the BC Police Repeat Offending Programs to launch a bike program this summer. That's going to run from July into the fall. We had a series of thefts of e-bikes in Victoria, and we had a couple of proactive members who applied for funding so that they could start this bike program. And what makes this initiative especially meaningful is that it was identified and driven by members assigned to our new bylaw positions. They recognized this growing trend with respect to e-bikes and identified a couple of prolific offenders, built community partnerships, and then actually took all of that and put it in an application for funding that was successful. So we're really looking forward to the outcomes of that project. On July 10th, I had the privilege of addressing the JIBC Class 178 graduation at Queen's Park, where we had 6 new Vic PD officers graduate, including our own class valedictorian, who was from Vic PD. This was the largest class that the JIBC has ever put through at 144 members. Oh, no, sorry, I think it was 96 graduates. And it was a Vic PD member who was valedictorian for that entire class. So I was very, very proud of that. We are bringing new neurodiversity training to our members. This is delivered through the Pacific Autism Family Network by autistic and neurodivergent presenters. This full day program is scenario-based. It includes body-worn camera review, facilitated discussions, and it really gives members practical insights in how to best interact with people who are neurodivergent. This is going to be designated as mandatory training for our members here at Vic PD, so every member receives it. In terms of our South Island Police Academy, I'm very excited to announce that our first class will start on September 14th. We will be running that South Island Police Academy right out of our headquarters here at 850 Caledonia at the Victoria Police Department, and we will be putting through 16 new recruits for Vic PD. So really, really excited about that. Looking forward to highlighting their first day and inviting people to join us to celebrate that. In terms of community presence and engagement, our members were present across the community throughout this past month. On Canada Day, we maintained a strong and visible presence. Deputy Chief McCrae and I spent the afternoon and the evening out on the road with our members, along with many members of our senior leadership team. We welcomed Songhees dancers as part of our July 1st celebrations, took part in a Songhees canoe journey at Ship Point on June 17th, and supported a community scrub-up cleaning event downtown on Fort Street. We raised the pride flag here at Vic PD on June 30th, and we're very proud to walk in the parade on July 12th. I continued our interfaith engagement work with Walter Donald, who is a faith leader here in Victoria. We are working towards bringing a number of faith leaders together in September to see how Vic PD can more effectively and more frequently engage with faith leaders across Victoria and Esquimalt. I was also honored to represent Vic PD along with Chair Hayes at the West Vancouver Police Department Change of Command ceremony on July 16th that she referred to. In terms of our work intersecting with policing, health, and community, that continued throughout this period. I met with Island Health CEO Kathy McNeil to talk about our shared response to community well-being and the hospital interface to talk a little bit about hospital wait times. I also met with BC Transit CEO Aaron Pinkerton, and we talked about our ongoing partnership around transit safety. Finally, I want to acknowledge the compliments report that's before the board this evening, covering April to June. You know, I receive emails and phone calls on a very regular basis from members of the public who are really grateful for the work that our members here at Vic PD do, both sworn and civilian. And the volume and warmth of the feedback we receive really speaks to the character of our members and the work that they do every day. Time and again, residents write to recognize the compassion our members have shown in difficult moments, the dedication, for example, of our school liaison officers, and the professionalism of our frontline response. And I'm really pleased to bring that report to the public so that that can be shared more widely. I'm incredibly grateful, as always, to all of our sworn and civilian members for their professionalism, resilience, and compassion that they bring to the work that they do here at Vic PD every day, and of course to the board for your continued support. And I think I will leave it at that, but I am happy to answer any questions.
Thank you very much, Chief Wilson. And I also was really pleased to see the compliments report. We haven't always had that as part of our board package. I think historically when I joined the board we did, and then it fell off for a while. And as the board and public know, the board deals with service and policy complaints. So it's and complaints that come in against and related to the department. And it's really valuable to have an opportunity to read the compliments that come in. And what struck me was that they're from through the entire organization, from constable all the way up to chief and everybody in between. So really appreciating members of the public taking time to write in and share their positive experiences with Vic PD. Any questions for the chief at this time? No. Seeing none, I'll just acknowledge that I missed item F, and I will go back to it after we do the Deputy Chief Constable update. So handing it over to you, Deputy Chief McCrae.
Thank you, Chair. Just a couple very quick updates for you. As you know, and as the Chief has mentioned, we've been very busy with some large events, including Canada Day, Pride, recently last weekend, the Moss Street Paint-In, which attracts a very large number of people, and some upcoming events, including the very large David Foster event in the Inner Harbour, which we anticipate will draw, again, a very large number of people. I wanted to provide just very briefly our overall experience with FIFA 2026. The city was very busy. The restaurants and bars were very busy. There was watch party that was associated to one of the restaurants in Market Square that was very busy. And I could not be happier to report that it was family run, family affair, family feeling, and all positive. And aside from a few very minor incidents that would be attributed to almost any day of the week that we would normally see, there is nothing that I can report, and I'm happy to say, that caused any undue concern to the Victoria Police Department. other than positive attitudes, tons of high fives and lots of smiles. It was really, really enjoyable and a very, very positive event in our community. And while we prepare for the worst, we are very happy to report that we got a wonderful experience and really got the best. And really, with that, I'll leave it at that unless there's any questions.
Thank you very much, Deputy Chief. I do have a question, and I don't know if you are aware of or able to share the answer, but I'm curious about whether that positive experience was shared throughout the province between FIFA and policing.
I will say just in general terms, and I haven't had a formal update from the other communities, but in general terms, I would say it seemed like it came off as a very positive event. Lots of planning, and I think that's part of what goes into making it a positive outcome for the community. But without having a formal briefing on that, I wouldn't want to say for sure, you know, it was all sunshines and roses, but I can speak for our communities and say it was very positive.
Excellent, thank you very much. Are there any questions for Deputy Chief McRae? No. Paul?
Just on the FIFA, obviously, not obviously, but could you possibly at a future board meeting just report on overtime costs that we incurred to deal with all the policing during all of the FIFA events?
I can do so, and I anticipate you'll find the costs were very, very low.
Good.
But I will provide you with a proper update on that at the September board meeting.
That'd be
if that's suitable.
fantastic. Thank you very much.
Excellent, thank you very much. I'm just going to go rewind the agenda briefly and go back to item F and look around the room for board member engagement update. It's an opportunity for the board to share anything that they've attended or participated in on behalf of the board this month. Oh, see, I missed it on purpose. Great, thank you. So I'm just going to go down to new business quickly and just touch on the order and council reappointments that are in the package. Our board is lucky enough to have had Tim Katuri reappointed to December 31st, 2026. Nathaniel Sukdeo and Paul Thorkelson reappointed to June 30th, 2028. And Elizabeth Call reappointed to May 3rd, 2029. So congratulations, and you're stuck with us. So just acknowledging those reappointments and appreciating the province for continuing to give us excellent board members. Item B is a compliments report, which I know we've had a chance to speak about briefly, but do any of the board members have any comments on that? No? Oh, Andrea.
I just want to echo your thoughts that it's a really, I smiled all the way through reading that report. As you say, it's all over the city, and it's all different levels of police that are being complemented. So it was really great to read. So thank you for including that.
Thank you. Unless anybody has anything else to add, or someone is going to wave their arms at me that I'm missing something I can't remember, last chance to wave at me, then I will take a motion to adjourn the public meeting. Charlene, seconded by Andrea. All those in favor? Great, thank you. Motion carries. And we'll just take a few minutes, and I will remind the board that we're going to go back into closed in camera.